Good evening, friends, and let me proceed further and understand what is difficulty number 2 arising with the concept of the will of God in the denotative function as prescribed by both traditional school as well as the modern school of Nyayikas, as we have seen it in the last video lecture of mine. And difficulty 1 also has been discussed with the help of the upper Brahmsha words. In this thing, the main problem is, the difficulty is acceptance of the will of God as denotative function. Now that is the problem for them, because they don't want to introduce the concept of the will of God. So here what I have done it is, I have analyzed the entire steps and I have given the numbers. So let us go step by step and see what exactly is the problem, so that we are able to understand it. Now here you will see that the argument begins with this, that is, there is will of God, okay, and we cannot doubt about it, because they have already established under their discussion. When I say they are the Nayayikas, Prachin Nayayikas, because we are following the book of Vishwanath Bhatt, and they have already discussed about it through the concept of infinite soul, okay, which is nothing but God. And they say that the will of the God is the ultimate one, and that it exists, and through this will, okay, and we know that it exists only in God, not through anybody else. And then from step number 3 we reach directly to the words which you can see out here, and then the meanings are attached to the words. Okay, now from here they are jumping towards what they call it as the denotative function, and they say that it does not exist on its own without the will of God. So you have understood now. Now the question arises out here, what is the relationship between the will of God, the denotative function, in order to give rise to the meaning of the word? Now this is their problem. So the 8th position that you can see is, it is only in will and not in the meaning of words. Now you understood? So it means that if I take away that step of will of God, does it mean that the meaning of the words does not exist? Now this is the problem which has been raised, and the answer has to be understood. Now this is coming from the unorthodox school. I wouldn't say non-theists who do not believe in the concept of the existence of the God. So how do you understand this particular problem from their, this is the problem from their perspective. Now our question is, how are we going to, now when I say we, I'm talking about in terms of the Nayayika, so we will have to answer that also. Now here if you will see very clearly, I have written answer, that means how they are tackling this particular difficulty. And let's see this one. We have started off with the first premise. What is that? Will of God is present, and we cannot doubt about it. Now it seems that this will of God is present in the meanings of the words which are attached to the word, and this meaning of the words comes through the relation of a new concept comes in, which is the qualificandness. That is the thing that is existing as a quality, and this is the qualifications which are present in each and every object of the particular knowledge. And therefore, so from this I have drawn this particular entire bracketing part of it, and now let us see what they are liking to say us. Now it means that will of God, there is a form of it which exists, and this is mandatory. And remember this form also through the introduction of Platonic forms. Remember that there also the discussion goes about it. Then I have got the word jar, which means that the thing or object jar in the external word. Now jar in the double quotes is nothing but the qualificant. So there in Frege he talks in terms of sense and reference. Okay, within the reference we have seen what is referendum and what is referendi also there. When we come to Russell, we have seen how he is differentiating in terms of the logical terms, and he moves ahead into the concept of understanding the further part of it. That yes, this is the denotation. The moment we reach to Austin, we have also seen that how he is giving and continues with what Russell had to tell us. However, when I come over to Vishwanath Bhatt, you will see that he is talking about qualificand rather than reference or anything. Now, why qualificand? Now, we will see that the Sanskrit word for the qualificand is equal to the qualities through which we are able to see. Now, these are the categories of the qualities that he is talking about from the perception level, and it is the same thing which has been continued later on even in the rationalist philosophy also, or the realist one. So qualificants in this is present, and through this qualificants we are able to understand the word jar, and this is how they are going to give the importance. So here you will see, as an answer to the apabhramsha as well as the difficulty 2, difficulty 1 and difficulty 2, they are able to tackle with the introduction of the word qualificant. Whether they are agreeing to it also or not is something that we need to look, and whether there is any kind of a problem coming in for this also or not is something that I'll be sharing it in my next lecture, video lecture. Till then, thank you and take care. Bye.